Ladies and gentlemen, USC is here. And y'all already know I ain't holding nothing back. This one gonna sting for some of y'all Luka fans, but we gotta talk about that big old elephant in the room that just got louder than a shack. Slam dunk in a playoff game. Luka Doncic, you my guy. But bruh, if you want to wear that purple and gold and be the next king of LA, you got to get in shape like a champion. Period. Let's get into it. Because JJ Redick done lit the fuse on a conversation that's been bubbling for years. And it just exploded. Now first things first, we can't ignore the elephant-sized L the Lakers just took. They ain't just lose to the Timberwolves. They got gentlemen swept 4-1. And the Lakers didn't go down swinging either. They went down limping, wheezing, and dragging legs like it was game 99 of the season. I'll start with the offseason, Redick said. We have to get in championship shape. Now that's what I call coach speak for. Some of you all showed up out of shape, and it cost us. Who we talking about? You already know. It ain't Austin Reeves. It ain't Rui. It ain't even Bron. No. That's about Luka Doncic. Let me tell you all something. Luka Doncic is generational. He's a savant. He got more feel for the game than a preacher got for the pulpit on Sunday morning. But talent can only take you so far. Ask Charles Barkley. Ask Carmelo. Ask A. This game, you're going to demand everything from you if you want to win it all. Especially in LA where banners ain't suggestions, they're expectations. Luka been putting up numbers that make stat heads drool. But winning time ain't about numbers. It's about sacrifice. It's about doing the boring, gritty, sweat-drenched stuff in June, July, and August so you can shine in April and May. He's not in championship shape. People been whispering for years. Well now, JJ Redick done said it out loud. Let's go back in time. You remember how odd it was when Luka got traded from Dallas mid-season? That was shocking. Mavs fans were stunned, like somebody dropped barbecue sauce on white Air Forces. But deep in the front office, whispers were getting louder. He won't commit to defense. He fades late in games. He ain't in peak condition. He don't respond to accountability. And now, that same complaint done followed him all the way to LAJJ. Might not have said Luka's name, but baby, that shade had a zip code on it. #77. Let's talk about JJ for a second. He's new to this coaching game, but he ain't new to hoops. This man been breaking down film like it's a science class on ESPN. He sees the nuances. He don't just coach with passion. He coach with precision. There are individuals that were in phenomenal shape. There's others who could have been better. Come on now. That's coach code for some of you'll let us down. And if you're the face of the franchise, the one who's supposed to be carrying the torch after LeBron, you can't be the one dragging your feet. Let's get into the meat of it. Luka Doncic, offensive wizard. The man could drop a triple-double blindfolded with one hand on a Big Mac. But defense? Liability. You ain't winning titles with your superstar being a traffic cone on defense. You just not. Luka getting hunted on switches like it's deer season. Anthony Edwards cooked him, sauteed him, and plated him with a side of embarrassment. And when your body ain't in shape, that fatigue show up first on defense. You don't slide your feet. You don't contest. You don't rotate. You just watch. Y'all want to know what really grinds my gears? This might have been LeBron James' last real shot at contending. He's in year 22, 40 years old, and still playing like he's 29. And what he needed? A running mate. Someone to help carry the weight when the lights get bright. And Luka, he was supposed to be that dude. But Bron can't be dragging no out-of-shape superstar up the court in the fourth quarter. That ain't his job no more. Let me show y'all what it looks like. Kobe maniac. Giannis, sculpted like a Greek statue. Steph, low body fat, high motor. MJ had Tim Grover in the lab every summer like a mad scientist. You know what all those guys had in common? They treated the offseason like it was war preparation. Luka? Reports say he shows up out of shape, overweight, and needing weeks to get into rhythm. You can't win like that. Not in the West. Not with Ad Sneeze being one sneeze away from ire, not with Braun on borrowed time. This ain't about bashing Luka. This about growth. He's still young, still got the keys to the kingdom. But if he wants statues, if he want rings, he gonna have to grind like the great. Redick just gave him the blueprint. Start in the off-season. Get into championship shape. Become a two-way leader. Own the locker room with your work ethic, not just your highlights. The clock ticking, Luka, and I don't wait. I'll wait. No, don't be fooled. The media go and spin it. Oh, Redick was just talking in general. Nah, ask anybody been in them locker rooms. When a coach speaks at that podium, every word been chosen like it's a trial. He knew what he was doing. He ain't throw Luka under the bus. But he parked the bus, looked at Luka, and said, "You gon' get on or not? So what now?" Does Luka respond? Does he show up in October shredded, locked in, ready to run through the league? Or does he keep fading late? Keep skipping defensive rotations, keep being almost great? Talent gets you in the door, Once always says. But work ethic keeps you in the building. Luka got the key to the city, but will he unlock greatness? We'll find out next season. Now, Luka Doncic isn't the first player to face questions about his conditioning. The NBA's history is filled with superstars who had to overcome similar challenges to reach the pinnacle of success. Look at LeBron James, for example. Every offseason, he commits himself to improving his physical condition. LeBron has transformed his body over the years to maintain his dominance, even as age catches up to him. Now, at 40 years old, he still stands strong in the championship race, thanks to his relentless commitment to fitness and an unwavering focus on his physical health. He has the same potential, but it seems that committing himself to the off-season grind is something that has been elusive for him. In fact, throughout his career, Luka hasn't had the kind of dedicated summer training that other top-tier stars have. If Luka can learn from those who have perfected this regimen, perhaps the Lakers wouldn't have suffered such a shock this season. When we talk about preparation, there's another crucial element to consider: the team culture. When Luka Doncic joined the Lakers, he wasn't just joining any team. He was entering a championship-winning culture, where each individual has to hold themselves accountable and dedicate themselves to the process. This is vastly different from what he experienced in Dallas. While Luka was beloved in Dallas and served as the team's lone star, he didn't face the same kind of pressure from teammates or coaching staff regarding his fitness. But with the Lakers, everything changes. LeBron James, who has made a career out of leading by example with his work ethic and commitment to fitness, can't just sit by and watch a teammate slack off. Redick was clear in his statement. The Lakers need to be more self-aware and disciplined about their fitness. One more important aspect we can't overlook is Luka's holistic development. If Luka wants to be an all-time great, he needs to improve not only his physical conditioning, but also his basketball IQ, leadership skills, and self-discipline across the board. Physical conditioning is just one part of a player's journey. A player might have an outstanding physique, but if they lack the strategic awareness, leadership ability, or mental toughness to thrive in critical moments, their talent may never reach its full potential. Luka Doncic has the potential to be the greatest player of his generation. But if he learns how to maintain excellence, not just on the court, but in his mindset and self-care, he will be unstoppable. This will help him not only improve his fitness, but also become a true leader in the locker room, where all eyes are on him. Luka Doncic is a player capable of performing the impossible on the court. But if he wants to extend his career and win championships, a professional training regimen is a must. Having a proper training schedule, collaborating with fitness experts, and adhering to a diet plan is the only way Luka can manage fatigue during those critical moments of the game. He has to learn how to manage his health and stamina throughout the season, rather than only focusing on the regular season itself. To achieve this, Luka needs to look at other superstars, like Kobe Bryant, who followed a strict training regimen. or Steph Curry, who completely transformed his body to become the best shooter in NBA history. I all know I love Luka, but I love the truth even more. JJ Redick just lit a fire under him. Now we go see if Luka wanna walk through it and come out forged like steel or melt like butter. Because if you in LA, baby, you better be ready for the bright lights and the burn.
Mình sẽ tạo vào đây là một điểm keo. Mình sẽ gắn vào đây là một chiếc tai. Mình sẽ gắn phần này dịch ra đây một chút. Tiếp tục tạo tiếp vào đây cho mình một chiếc tai thứ hai. Và cắt cho mình tại điểm này. Mình sẽ bẻ phần này xuống và uốn cong phần này lên một chút. Và mình sẽ gắn tiếp vào tại điểm này. Phần tai này mình sẽ hơi bẻ cột xuống dưới này. Và mình sẽ gắn vào đây. Tạo vào đây cho mình một điểm keo. Và mình sẽ gắn tiếp phần tai thứ hai vào đây. Và bây giờ mọi người lại lấy tiếp vào đây cho mình. Mình sẽ có một màu xanh lon. Và bây giờ chúng ta sẽ tiến hành tạo vào đây là một chiếc tai nghe này. Quấn vào đây cho mình 1 vòng, 2 vòng, 3, 4 và 5 vòng. Mọi người sẽ ép vào đầu này lại cho mình. Rồi quấn hai phần này lại với nhau. Mình sẽ có một chiếc tai đầu tiên này. Cắt cho mình đoạn kiễng thừa này. Mình sẽ tách phần này ra. Mình sẽ gắn vào đây nào. Mình sẽ gắn vào tại điểm này. Tương tự. Tạo tiếp cho mình 1 vòng, 2, 3, 4 và 5 vòng. Rồi. Mọi người sẽ luồn phần này vào bên trong cho mình. Rồi mọi người sẽ bẻ phần này xuống. Và bây giờ mọi người sẽ tạo ra cho mình là một nút thắt. Cắt cho mình tại phần kẽm thừa này đi. Rồi mình sẽ tách các phần này ra. Mình sẽ gắn vào đây. Tạo tiếp vào đây cho mình một điểm keo tiếp theo. Và mình sẽ gắn tiếp phần này lên đây. Và mình sẽ tạo tiếp vào đây là một phần tai đeo này. Cắt cho mình tại điểm này. Và mình sẽ gắn phần này ra đây. Tạo ra cho mình một đường keo. Và như vậy mình đã hoàn thành xong một chú chó đeo tai nghe. Cảm ơn mọi người đã xem video của mình. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.